It's going to be a pretty sunrise based on that. But you can see with the radar and satellite picture, you definitely have the clouds on the satellite, not much on the radar. We've got 53 at Newark, 52 at Central Park, 49 in Bridgeport, no 30s on the map. So definitely seeing the temperature turnaround in that department. But there's that east wind, nothing crazy right now. It's going to get a little bit gustier later on. So from Long Island, Jersey Shore, coastal Connecticut, it's going to be about 10 degrees cooler most of the afternoon. And so 66 by noontime, again, Long Island, coastal New Jersey, Connecticut, maybe a little bit cooler, 64 by 5 p.m., and then more clouds by 10 o'clock. Still at this point, rain and storm free. That changes tomorrow. We'll have more on that in a second, but let's get you more about what it's like to be outside and on the road and the rails. What's going on, Adele?
A bit of a slow go in some spots. Not terrible, but we will get through it. If you are heading around out East Montauk Highway, that still remains complete.
As well, let's check in with Maria.
Yeah, I think you want to get outside or walk your fur baby. This is Lulu out of Harrington Park, New Jersey. We have temperatures into the low 60s by 11 a.m., but of course showers returning, breaking down the time for the weekend coming up in the 10-day. It's been how warm it was over the winter, the lack of snow, all those factors coming together. And we're still running #1 warmest year to date by about half a degree. Doesn't sound significant, but it is. And we're also the warmest May, I should say, I'm already thinking ahead, warmest April to date on record for Central Park. And it's clear to see why. We've had a lot of days above average. We've had a couple of record-setting warm days. And it's also, so far, April to date, the driest April to date. So we need some cool weather. We need some rainfall. We're going to get a little bit of that over the next few days. Let's first tackle that rain part because it is coming on the weekend. The bulk of this coming this weekend. About 1 to 2 inches potentially in spots. That's going to go a long way. We're running a lot of rain deficits for the month, obviously, but for spring and for the year, we're going to make up a little bit of that by the weekend. Out there now, it's no sign of rain. In fact, just a beautiful sunrise. I love the high clouds and the sunrise. You get all the colors. 52 degrees out there now. The winds are calm for now. That's going to be something to watch later on this afternoon. I'll show you that in a second. But count on some sunshine. 66 degrees by lunchtime, on our way up to about 69 in the city. Farther inland, you're talking more like the low to mid 70s. There's your summer feel. Sussex, 75, 73 in Poughkeepsie. But you're closer to the coast and that easterly wind influence. And you're talking about maybe 10, 15 degrees cooler from Islip to Montauk, Belmar. Bridgeport, too, the mid and upper 50s. And then we're nearly steady overnight as the clouds move in. And yes, the showers and a few thunderstorms. Most of your outdoor plans tomorrow are going to be fine. It's really after sunset. The front approaches with the showers and storms. Expect through early Sunday. Rain heavy at times through the city, the Hudson Valley, and Long Island. But you can see by later in the afternoon on Sunday, we get that sunshine back. And then a vent in parts of the Hudson Valley. So let's show you those. We've got Kingston at 46, Newburgh at 48 degrees, Sussex, you're down to 43 with Danbury now at 46. Mount Kisco is at that reading as well. Summit 44 with Hoboken now at 52 degrees. And we've got Belrose at 47, Midwood at 52. But the east wind that's setting up today, that'll get a little bit more brisk as the day goes on. It's going to keep parts of Long Island, Jersey Shore, coastal Connecticut a little bit cooler. But again, it is going to look pretty. This is a view looking into Nassau County. Some sunshine, 57 degrees by 9 a.m. By 2 o'clock, upper 60s for the city. Inland areas in the 70s. Again, a little cooler for coastal spots, and looks good straight through this evening with light southeast winds by later on today. All right, let's get you outside now as far as the commute goes. And Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
We've got some slowdowns sprinkled pretty much throughout.
In our 5 boroughs.
Yeah, looking good right now. We're getting a lot of preview of the sunshine. We'll see today from Brooklyn at 53, Queens 51, down in the 40s, Staten Island and the Bronx at 53 degrees. So overall, pleasant day, but we have showers and the chance for some thunderstorms by tomorrow evening. So I'm going to break down the timing. Who will see the worst of it and that heavy rain, the much needed rain as we get into the end of the weekend, all in the 10-day.
All right.
And see what works, what doesn't work, and you can learn just as much from things that don't work. And we're grateful that we had good weather for that launch, right? Yeah, Texas kind of in it right now. We're seeing some of those big thunderstorms roll on by, the severe weather threat dwindling in areas like Houston. But it's the whole front that you see here that'll be moving into our area as we get into the rest of the weekend. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag weekend. We're obviously starting off this Friday in great shape and very comfortable. And we see a few clouds moving in overnight. overnight. That could lead to maybe some sprinkles or some drizzle, but it really is a Saturday night into early on Sunday that the bulk of what we're expecting comes on through, and even a few thunderstorms. So out there right now, here's what you have to prepare for. For most of us, a mild day, but I'll show you where it could be rather chilly. We've got 53 now at Central Park as we look at a beautiful view behind us looking into Nassau County. We've got sun and clouds through 1 o'clock, about 68 degrees. That should be the high close to it in the city, but we have an easterly wind, and so anyone close to the water, Patchogue, Amityville, Montauk, you're staying in the 50s and low 60s, but away from that influence, Newburgh, Middletown, Warwick, mid-70s today, into Trenton, Clinton, low to mid-70s, and as you get for the Jersey Shore, areas in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Belmar today, just about 60 degrees. So if you want to enjoy the sunshine, but you want to also take in the views of the ocean, you got to wear the jackets a little bit cooler. And then by tonight, nearly steady temperatures as clouds move in, 55 degrees. Again, maybe some drizzle to start the day, but if you've got evening plans, certainly from evening to early on Sunday, could be a different story. We see the low clouds and some of that fog developing along with that drizzle tomorrow, but you see after 8, 9 o'clock, that's the front. Rain may be heavy at times, some thunder, some lightning, some gusty winds through early on Sunday, and then we watch that front clear the coast here late early afternoon on Sunday, and we'll actually try and get some sunshine in before the weekend is. See, temperature-wise, we're out of the 30s. I don't have any 30s to report to you this morning. 45 in Poughkeepsie, 43 in Sussex, 53 at Central Park. The winds are generally light. We'll see them pick up, but it's an easterly direction, and that's going to have a big influence on temperatures from Long Island, coastal Connecticut, and down the shore, which is going to be a nice place to enjoy the sunshine. Just you'll need maybe an extra layer, a little jacket. Otherwise, mild by 9 a.m. pushing into the low 60s by later on this morning, and then for the afternoon up into the upper 60s. We'll see a few more clouds as the evening goes on, but again, rather quiet. Temperature still in the upper 50s through 8 p.m. All right, let's see how slow go it is out there right now on a Friday. Looks pretty typical for a Friday.
Yes, definitely pretty typical. So you want to allow some extra time.